To start today's perm rod set, we're using purple, peach, and orange rollers. To get started, apply a generous amount of mousse to a small section of hair. Use your rat tail comb to detangle. Apply the roller, but focus on the ends. Make sure your end is smoothly wrapped around the roller and proceed to roll up until the section of hair is nice and taut. Then you want to secure the roller by applying the cap to the end. To show you guys again, apply a generous amount of mousse, comb through that section with a rat tail comb, then apply your roller. Make sure your roller is smooth around the end of your hair and proceed to roll up. You can apply more mousse if you need to make sure that end of hair is secure and to make sure your hair is not dry on the roller. Then you want to roll up and roll until your hair is taut and flush up against your scalp. Then you secure the roller with the cap that comes attached to the roller. You're going to repeat this process until all of the sections of your hair are rolled. In today's video, not only am I going to show you how I roll my hair, but I'm going to give you tips to get a really good perm rod set and have your roller sections come out good each time. I'm also going to show you how I maintain my curls over the next few days so that my curls last a little bit longer. One thing that I like to do when rolling my hair is I like to use a lot of rollers and roll my hair in a lot of small sections. This is going to make it so that your curls are more uniform. This will prevent your curls from dropping so fast, and it'll also prevent you from having to separate your curls so much in the end. It's good to separate your curls because that gives you body and character to your style. And I do separate my curls, but some of the sections I did not even have to separate, and that's because I used a lot of rollers. You also want to use a lot of mousse. You guys cannot really tell by the way I edited this video, but on most of the sections, I use about 2 full pumps of mousse on each section of hair. Mousse is going to make sure your curls have a nice firm hold. It's also going to make sure that your hair is molded properly onto the roller and that your hair is smooth and that it sticks to the roller so that when you go to unwrap your curls the next day, they are nice and smooth. I mentioned this before, but you also want to focus on the ends of your hair when you are rolling the sections. If you don't focus on the ends and make sure there is enough product on it and also make sure that end is secured, you may have sections that stick up or sections that are straight. To go to sleep, I just secured my hair with a bonnet and then I take my rollers out the next day. I'm not doing anything fancy when I unroll the rollers. I'm just unrolling them. And then I like to secure all of my rollers in a big plastic bag for storage. This keeps them all together for when I want to use them on my next perm rod set. After all of my sections are unrolled, I go through and separate. I separate about 2 to 3 times per section. I don't separate all of the sections, but on the sections that I do separate, this is what I do. After I separate the section, I twirl the curl back through my fingers. This just keeps the curl uniform and puts it back into place. And I'm going to separate until I'm content with the look. Like I said a few times ago, I do not separate all of the sections. I just separate until I'm content. The less you separate, the more your curls will stay uniform and the longer your roller set will last in the coming days. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like, make sure you subscribe to my channel. turn on those post notifications and share this video with a friend that might find it helpful. I get so many compliments when I do my hair this way. It's a nice little change and I really enjoy it. Another thing that I do is kind of just fluff out the roots with my hands. This is going to eliminate any parts. I also go through with a wide tooth comb and fluff. This is going to also help us eliminate the parts and also give a lot of body with the hairstyle. Then I just shape until I get it to my liking. I spray with a soft hold hairspray to hold my curls throughout the day. And that is how I finish off the style on the first day. This is how my hair looks by the end of the day. This is right before I'm about to go to bed. And I'm going to show you guys how I do my hair at night to give my curls a little bit more wear over the next few days. You want to start with a square scarf and you're going to fold that scarf until a triangle. You're going to wrap it around your hair and then you're going to tie the front of that scarf. You're going to pull out as much hair as you can, and then you're going to secure that with a knot. Now, before you tie the hair back in the next knot, well, actually, what am I doing? Let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, so before you tie that back knot and secure it again, you want to pull out any chunks of curls that may be stuck in the back. And you're going to do that all the way around your hair. I forgot to do that in the front and it didn't mess up anything, but make sure you pull out all the sections of your hair to just avoid any unnecessary frizziness. Then you're going to take any sections of hair that look a little bit frizzy or that you want the curl to be a little bit tighter on. You're going to add a little bit more mousse and roll those sections back up. For me, I only saw 2 sections of hair that I wasn't really happy with. So those are the only 2 sections that I focused on. But I encourage you to just be a little bit more thorough than I did and really scan your hair for those frizzy sections because you will definitely notice them the next day if you don't address them on the first night. After you secure with a bonnet and wake up the next morning, you're going to unroll those sections that you rolled the previous night, and you are going to separate a little bit and undo your scarf. After you undo your scarf, the next step that you are going to do is just proceed to style your hair and get the curls situated. You may have to play with it a little bit more because this is second day hair that we're working with. You also may have a little bit of sections of hair that are stretched out a little bit more than you wanted. That's why I encourage you guys to focus really heavily on the sections of hair the previous day that are a little bit frizzy or stretched out, because you will definitely notice those sections when you go to take down your scarf if you didn't notice it the day before like I did. I like to separate my hair and get my hair positioned the way I like it. I like to go back in and fluff a little bit more with my comb. And another thing that you can do if you have sections that are a little bit frizzy or a little stretched out and you don't like, you can bring out your bobby pins and kind of pin your hair into place, pin it in a new style, or you can just pin away those sections that you don't like. See that section right there? I'm going to tuck that under some curls, but for a permanent solution that'll last throughout the day, you can actually take a bobby pin and pin sections like that up and out of the way so that they're a little bit less noticeable. I'm also going to apply that same hairspray, and this is what my hair looks like.